Okay. Is Z back at it again with another one? Um, at this point, I guess I'm just gonna be giving channel messages, whether this is for whoever needs to hear it. I don't know. I'm just gonna allow myself to be a channel. Um, but yeah, nah. Recently, I actually just got done watching a video about being in your wilderness season, and of course, everybody goes through their, trials and tribulations, whatever you want to call it. Um, and it was kind of crazy because it's like I'm not saying that like I'm in imposter syndrome or feeling like I'm experiencing imposter syndrome, but it's like I really be having to tell myself who the fuck I am for real. Like it was crazy because yesterday I was kicking it with some friends, partaking in 420, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just scrolling on Instagram and I come across a bunch of black businesses that just got a bunch of funding or whatever. And I had said it out loud. I was like, damn, 6 billion, that's a lot. But you know what I'm saying? Black women, we running the business world right now. And when I said that, one of the folks I was kicking it with was like, damn, you talking about money again? In the back of my head, I'm thinking, love, I'm an entrepreneur, bro. I'm saying that's all I think about is the money. But hearing that kind of like, I'm not saying I had to check them real quick, but it was just kind of like, yeah, love, like, this is what I look to. I'm not concerned about nothing else. I ain't concerned about no bitches. I ain't concerned about clubbing. I ain't concerned about none of that shit. Like, I'm real live trying to build a empire here. And she was like, nah, I respect it. I respect it for real. And I had showed her what I was, looking at or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, man, like, to see how far I've come, like, I still have so much further to go type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not 100% happy with where I'm at, but I'm grateful for where I'm at because I've learned lessons that, you know what I'm saying? I've learned lessons across many different businesses to construct my own business. Does that make sense? Like, when I see people successful, in a sense, like I take notes type shit. You know what I mean? And they don't know like jealousy or envy shit. Like, I'm trying to learn, like, what lessons did you learn in order to get your business off the ground? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you doing is working because you know what I'm saying, you thriving type shit. And I don't know, like I've completely transformed my algorithms on all my social medias to like truly show excellence. And when I say that, like musicians, business owners, like I'm truly only engaging with people that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna say showed their talents, but like, they're documenting everything in real time, you know what I mean? And being in your wilderness season and me seeing how far and how much I've accomplished type shit and realizing, yeah, I'm only here for a moment, but it's to teach me more lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like this video is all over the place because my thoughts are scattered. But somebody needed to hear this. Like, it's coming through kind of fuzzy. But don't let your wilderness season get you down. Your wilderness season really is. Now, for some people, it can be a time of rest. It can be a time for you to really get grounded and locked in. It can be a time for you to really take account of everything that's going on around you type shit. Like I said, it ain't been the easiest transition moving back to Maryland. It's actually been quite frustrating, but we're making it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not complaining. I got the resources. I know the people to reach out to. And in the midst of all that, I'm realizing that, hey, these businesses didn't go nowhere. Yeah, I had to kind of take a step back from Raw. I had to take a step back from Elevation. I had to take a step back from all this shit. But at the same time, it's like God has put people in my life that can help me to expand each of these businesses in their respective areas. You know what I mean? Like I said, they say make a plan, God laughs. But you truly do have to plan. You got to figure out what goals you're trying to hit. You got to figure out, what it is that you're really trying to accomplish. And it's like the more and more that I work on this shit, the bigger and bigger this shit get. And it's like, I've said this from the get-go that this shit's bigger than me. Like, I don't know, I'm being called to create a platform that helps young creatives type shit. Like, that shit is bigger than me. Like, it ain't, I'm trying to put kids, well, I'm not even gonna say kids, I'm trying to put young adults in a position where they see what they're inspired by. They see all these different professionals and all these different areas and professions, and they're like, hey, I might want to go do that, or hey, I might want to go do that, and put them in position to where they can actually go and either reach out to those people or know the first steps to take in order to accomplish or step into that realm, right? This shit is deeper to me, man. I'm just trying to save the kids. I'm tired of seeing these kids kill each other. Last night, like I said, when I was, out with the youngins or whatever, and just hearing their perspective, like we keep saying the YN and YB, but they just kids that don't feel like they being heard for real. And it was crazy because I understood completely what this young man was saying. And everybody else was like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? And I'm like, bro, nah, like, his shawty, pressed him about his dead homie, and he wasn't taking no disrespect, and he put her in her place. And they was like, we didn't catch any of that. And I was like, yeah, because the youngin was mad. Like, I don't know, man. I've been blessed to kind of understand folks from all different types of dialects, all different types of backgrounds. Like, I don't judge nobody for real. Like, whatever you got going on, that's what you got going on. I respect you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But just seeing how everybody's mindset is kind of crazy, bro. And we got to say these kids, they feel like they're not being heard. They feel like they really don't have no place to turn. They see everybody guns and killing. But at the same time, like, you're surrounded by so much black wealth. Like, why is that the epitome of what you want to become? I know, yeah, you see it online. You see everybody want to be big and bad and shit, but that's not the end goal, love. The end goal is, prosperity and generational wealth for your family. And I mean, these youngins, they know how to make the bread. They do. Like, I'm surrounded by some hustlers. These kids, they can make some money real quick. But it's like, it ain't even about that. They need guidance, man. And it's, like I said, it's bigger than me. I can't save the whole city. You know what I mean? And I don't expect to, but I want to see them get out these streets, bro. And half of them don't even have to be. Now, granted, if that's your lifestyle and that's what you grew up and that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? But I want to show y'all that there's better opportunities out there, that there's, you know what I'm saying, you can reach. You don't have to go to school for this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, like shout out to my little sisters, bro. Like, they are literally paying themselves through school. Like, literally, like, and I think that's why I fucks with them so hard. And when I say that, like, I don't know, I see myself in them. Granted, I'm grateful I was able to get school paid for through loans and all the other shit and scholarships. But it's like, nah, like, these kids are working to put themselves in a better position. They're working to get out of whatever it is they're fighting for. You know what I'm saying? And folks don't be seeing that. People don't congratulate each other. Like, we don't give. Now, granted, no, we're not supposed to surround ourselves by validation. But sometimes, like, congratulate the youngins for stepping out and doing what they need to do. Congratulate folks for actually doing what it is that they need to do to grow either their businesses, to grow themselves personally, professionally. Like, it ain't easy to change, especially if you've been exposed to one type of lifestyle your whole life, man. The greatest thing I can say is that I was able to move about, meet different people, move different places. You know what I'm saying? That is one thing I am eternally grateful for. Because if I would have stayed in the DMV, if I would have stayed, you know what I'm saying, Lord knows, I wouldn't have made the connections that I did in Nashville type shit, or I wouldn't have made the connections that I did in Jersey, or any of that shit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. Like, I keep saying this shit is bigger than me, but it is. But it's like, I gotta be the one to push. I'm not even gonna say the narrative, but we gotta start somewhere, bro. Somewhere. If you are interested in helping the cause, please join the Discord. Like, nah, cause I do. I need to find my collective, cause it's like, this shit ain't easy trying to figure it out. And it's just like, day by day, all I can do is just give advice when they ask me. You know what I mean? All I can do is put them on and understand they thinking and seeing how they move about certain shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm feeling for them because they got homies dying left and right. Everybody getting high to stay sane. Like it's so much going on. It is, and it's not just the youth, but anybody from the ages of, cause here they starting early. I came across some youngins, and I mean, I'm not saying that you always got to be on guard when you be seeing the YNs, but I mean like we was in like a party setting, so it wasn't even on all that. But these niggas came up, strapped up, all the whole tea, and I'm like, bruh, how old are y'all, bruh? Nigga talking about 14, 15. And you riding around in the scat? Is that your car, my nigga? Like, and I wouldn't even want to ask all that. But like, talking about, yeah, man, I be facing like 13, 14 blunts a day. And I'm just like, bro, what happened? Where are your parents, my nigga? Like, all these are going through my head. But at the same time, like, I'm keeping a straight face. Okay. I'm keeping like a straight face to understanding where this kid is coming from. And I'm just, we just chopping it up, sitting, smoking, chilling. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like straight up, man. He was like, yeah, life has changed. Like, you lose a homie, that shit be fucking you up, because he ended up losing his brother. And like, as he's telling me this shit, bro, he tearing up, he crying and shit, and all I could do was hug the nigga. And I was just like, damn, like, I get it. Like, grieving, and that's another thing, we don't grieve anymore. Like, yeah, we get our past loved ones on the chain, pour up a couple shots, smoke a couple blunts, call it a day, like, rest in peace, we forever stepping for you. But like, we don't grieve. And these young men are like, they're so, now I'm gonna go behind, like, if they homie died on some like street shit type shit, nah, bro, I'm gonna die for mines, bro. Like, I'm gonna spray this shit out. I'm gonna switch cheese any nigga that. And at the same time, it's like, hey, love, I get it, but there's another way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not even that, but like, there's so much that they just want to be acknowledged, man. Listen to the kids, bro. Listen to the kids. I don't give a fuck. Don't sit here and rule them out to be villains or none of that shit, bro. They just youngins that are trying to survive, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel for them. I feel for them. I feel for the youth, because they struggling right now. Shit, we struggling. We supposed to be the one teaching them, and we struggling to figure shit out. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. But it's like, every time I spend time with them and we just be chopping it up, it's like I keep learning new shit. I keep seeing something else that, I'm not saying that could be fixed, but seeing what the issues really are in the community and what's not being done, who's not being heard. You know what I mean? These kids are smart as fuck. They are, but if they don't have the outlet to put their talents and gifts to use, I'm not saying it's wasted talent, but it's like, some of these kids just need somebody to believe in them, for real. Like, a lot of them make music, and they're really good. Like, the DMV got some talent out here for sure. And, yeah, niggas want to do this, they want to do that, but like, what are you passionate about doing? What you trying to do? Like, where do you see yourself, for real? You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, man. Moving back to Maryland has truly been the hardest, for real. Because it's like, so much has changed, but yet so much hasn't. I don't know. Like, it's been difficult. It's been a difficult transition. And like I said, being in your wilderness season, I wouldn't really consider this my wilderness season because I'm blessed and abundant. So I shouldn't say, I mean, yeah, we're going through the trenches type shit, but I shouldn't say that this has not been the worst. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've I've experienced worse, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't, I'm grateful in this season because I'm seeing shit from a higher perspective, and the same shit that used to bug me, the same shit that used to bother me, it don't no more. You know what I mean? Or I just see it from a different perspective. You know what I mean? I can get through anything. Like, I ain't tripping off of that. But it's like, okay, saving myself, now save the youth. Where do I start? You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, fashion is fashion. But it being cold as fuck outside and you ain't got no clothes on, baby girl, go put on a hoodie or something. Keep something in your car type shit. I understand you want to look cute, but having your ass out when it's -2 degrees outside is not the fucking move. I'm sorry. It's not. But it's like, who gonna tell them? You know what I'm saying? It was funny. When I first started linking with my little sis, she took me out. She was like, yeah, that's how old she was. And I'm not gonna say she a baby, but she a baby to me. Mind you, I'm 26. So she a baby to me. I was like, oh, she was like, no, I'm a grown ass woman. I said, oh, okay, respect. Respect. I got it. But just, I don't know. It's like what our parents tried to protect us from still ended up happening regardless. But it was just like, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of just see them and laugh. And I don't know. They're at the age where they're just figuring shit. I mean, we all are. We're just figuring shit out. Like, but it's so funny hearing their commentary with shit. It is. It's fucking hilarious. But where was I going with this? Yeah, wilderness season. I wouldn't consider this, well, technically you're always in the wilderness, if that makes sense. But from a spiritual standpoint, you're always on the move. You're always fighting through energy. You're always trying to alchemize shit. But I feel like for me, in this season, truly is to listen and observe. And like I said, be here for the youth. I keep being told to lead by example. And in the sense of the workplace, teaching professionalism to my coworkers. Hey, nah, you ain't got to be nice to everybody. You ain't got to please everybody. But there's a certain way that you speak when you're in a professional setting. You know what I mean? And some people can code switch and some people can't. Code switching is slick. It's exhausting. It is. And it's like having to do that every day on end. And it was funny. Because like I said, last night, when I'm at work, my voice stays, I have like a work voice. Like I code switch. So it's like, while I'm at work, they hear me a certain way. My voice is a certain octave. You know, they know me for that. But like outside of work, bro, I let my accent, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be enunciating shit. Like accent comes out fully heavy, bro. Just like it did just there. And I'm saying no point, but it's just like, I don't know, teaching them how to navigate through the world type shit. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I keep saying I don't know, but I'm waiting for this. These channels, my mind is so scattered right now. Yeah, for me, I feel like this is the season for me to just learn. This is the season for me to observe. This is the season for growth, but not so much in like personal growth. There we go. Personal growth. You're always going to be growing, quote unquote, but yeah, for me, this is a season of personal growth. It's a season for me to really, I'm not saying take on a big sister role type shit, but I don't know. It's just, that's what I'm called to do. You know what I mean? I feel like that is my, damn, look like I'm crying. That is my my purpose, is to save the youth, bro. Like, to protect younger creatives from this evil ass world. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks, we're surrounded by so much negative ass energy, and if you're not surrounded by people who uplift you, support you, very easily, you know what I'm saying, you could fall by the wayside. If you don't have a support system, you know what I'm saying, if everybody's always tearing you down, it can hurt for real. Like, when I launched all my businesses, my family, I didn't really get when I launched the nonprofit, yeah, my family was like, cool, you know, congratulations. But when it came to anything else, they didn't support at all. Like, my closest supporters were my sisters, and folks I didn't even know, strangers, pretty much. And it's like if I would have listened to my family, you know, Lord knows where I would be for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, I get it. They didn't want to see me fail. They didn't want to see me get hurt. But that's the journey of an entrepreneur. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna make fuck ups. But in those fuck ups, you learn lessons that, hey, okay, I know not to do that again. Let's try a better way or pay somebody to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm also in a season realizing that I can't do everything myself. That I really do need to start like reaching out to other things and other people in order to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? No, there's nothing wrong with learning it. But if I can pay somebody to do that shit and it comes out 10 times better than what I would have put out, then I'm paying somebody to do that shit. Or I'm finding people that actually enjoy doing stuff and putting them on game, you know, adding them to the team type shit. So yeah, like my purpose is definitely bigger than, I guess at the end of the day you can call me a serial entrepreneur. I'm looking to touch a billy. But I'm not even concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is saving the youth that we have. Yeah, saving the youth so that way we have a generation to pass the wealth to. There we go. Saving the youth so that way we can, you know, we're not fearful of the YNs or YBs. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, these kids, they're in survival mode. Like, they are. Like, yeah, they toting, but that's how they... In the DMV, I'm going to let y'all know now. The DMV, I stopped wearing designer shit because niggas are getting killed for Jordans. And it's been like that for years. Been like that for years. I stopped giving a fuck about designer a while ago because folks was getting killed for that shit. And that's literally how it is. Like, no, it's not all the DMV, but a lot of the youngins' mindset, you know what I'm saying? Damn, you know what I'm saying? Folks want stuff. They want all this designer shit. And you got niggas that got the money because their parents either got it or they hustled and got it. You know what I'm saying? But kids is dying over shoes. Kids are dying over clothes. Kids are dying over chains, designer shit. I ain't never been one for that. I've had my fair share of ass beatings for wearing shit. You know what I'm saying? I've had my fair share of close calls for just wearing a chain out. You know what I'm saying? But I refuse to let any nigga snatch my chain off my chest, bro. I swear to God. Like, that is one hill I would stand on. But like, yeah, getting robbed for shoes, getting robbed for clothes, like, unfortunately, that is a reality out here. And these niggas just got smarter. They're like, nigga, you not robbing me. I'm carrying a knife. I'm carrying a gun, bro. Try me if you want. It's gonna be the last thing you do. You know what I mean? But it's a survival mindset. Like, if you don't pose a threat, then they have no reason to be on guard with you. That's anybody, man. Like, y'all out here, not victimizing, but what's the word I'm looking for? I don't like the YN, YB narrative. I don't. Because these kids are just, they're a product of their environment, and that's the best way to put it. Like, yeah, unfortunately, violence is a thing, but that's anywhere. You know what I mean? But don't ridicule these kids, bro. A lot of them are just trying to figure life out. A lot of them are hurt, trying to figure out how to grieve. And a lot of them are just they tired of living in poverty. They tired of struggling from, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have that mindset and you just sick and tired of being sick and tired, yeah, that'll make your palms itchy. That will make you want to go and hit a lick. Like, and I don't know, because it's like I could relate on that level. You know what I mean? When you down real bad, them tendencies kind of come back, get you a little, you know, trigger finger itching, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I've done shit in the past I'm not proud of, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna sit here and hold myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking accountability, yes, but I'm also seeing that, okay, these are the mistakes I made. Let me let them know before they make the same mistake. You know what I mean? So, nah, I don't claim no hood. Nah, I don't claim no streets. I'm just a product of my fucking environment. The DMV is an interesting place. There's so much black wealth with so much black poverty at the same time. We're so highly educated, but so uneducated at the same time. Or undereducated. There's so much prosperity and abundance, but also so much lack consciousness and strife. There's a duality. The DMV is the perfect mix of duality. It really is. Because you got, like I said, we're the wealthiest black county in the country. The country. But we got babies every day on t-shirts just dying from being outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a sickening feeling. And that's honestly what I didn't want to come back to. I feel like I'm not going to say Nashville is safer, but down south it's a whole different aura. It is. It's a whole different aura. And like, I really didn't. I didn't want to come back home. I didn't want to deal with this shit because that's what I left when I went to school. Like, not saying I was fearing for my life type shit, but you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even step outside without foolishness. You know what I mean? Them last few months before I went away to school, bro, like, hey, bro, life got, hey, young, shit be humbling. Shit be humbling. But man, like, a difference in 5 years, but how much has changed and how much hasn't, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like this is just my season to just kind of take in and just learn how to maneuver a different space. I got the youth with me. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't an issue. Like, I got the youngins because they need somebody to listen. As long as you listen, they got your back. You know what I mean? As long as you give them fertile soil to grow in, they got you, man. Stop villainizing these kids, bro. Because all they are just kids trying to figure this shit out. Stop putting this narrative on them. You know, these are young men and young women type shit. You know what I mean? Like, they just a part of their environment. So we gotta stop villainizing these kids. Is that even a word? Villainizing? I don't even know if that's a fucking word. But yeah, nah, we gotta protect the youth and do something. We gotta do something. We've completely shifted. We no longer think like our parents. We no longer are in that, what's the word I'm looking for? We're no longer in that timeline. I guess timeline wouldn't even be the word. But we're seeing shit differently from what our parents did. And we're learning financial literacy. We're learning, there's a lot of shit that our parents didn't know that we're struggling to figure out. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I guess this is gonna fall on whoever's ears need to hear it. If it's for you, it's for you. If not, all right, keep pushing. But my purpose at the end of the day is to save the young collectives, the young collectives. To save the collective, but to save the younger creatives. There we go. So that way they can be in a position where they can explore their art, they can explore their talents, they can explore their gifts without judgment, without, it's a safe space. Like, they ain't gotta worry about being judged. And that's why I be feeling bad. Cause my homie, he should have said, he was like, man, I'm tired of folks looking at me a certain way. But he was like, this is me, why can't people just accept it? And like I said, he would come off, I mean, nigga clean, you know what I'm saying? But he comes off as a YN. And folks be so quick to say something about it. And it's just like, I don't see you doing no wrong, fool. You getting your money, you staying out of trouble. Keep doing you, just block out the noise, dog. So, I wanna inspire the youngins to know that they can go after anything and they got somebody that supports them type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what anybody really needs is support. But it's hard when you're looking for validation from people that don't give a fuck. Like, it hurts not getting the validation from your parents. It hurts not getting the validation from your family. It do. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like that shit's sweet. Like, whenever my mom would say some shit, like, especially about the music shit, like, that shit really fucks me up. Cause it's just like, damn, like, I'm not saying that you don't believe in me, but it's like, why would you instill that fear in me? Why would you project that fear? But a lot of people don't realize that that's what they doing. Like I said, I'm looking at shit from a higher perspective. No, not everything somebody says is projection, but I've just learned to accept things for what they are, for real. And people are gonna understand it, they not. So, I think that was pretty much the end of this video. I gotta make sure, I gotta get ready for work. Yeah, man. So until next time, I don't even know. Yeah, I was talking about figuring out what your purpose is, understanding that there are different seasons for everything, that every season acquires work. Some seasons acquire rest, like I said. Some